Hey Geeks! Today we continue the 30-day world building challenge with day 4. So hopefully you've been keeping up with this 30-day world building challenge that I've been taking care of, or I've been taking part in. If you want to keep in touch or see any of the previous videos, make sure to check out the card that should pop up right over here, possibly. And that way you can catch up to where we are. So today we're doing day 4. And our challenge for today is cataclysmic events and heroes. So we will pull up our PDF. In this case, I've printed it off. As usual, I'm not going to read the full exposition behind it, but really what they're summarizing and what the exercise is talking about is really kind of geographical or geological time. So the exercise is for 15 minutes. Jot down some of the really big land features you want in your story and just think, what if that were made by ... Write down a couple of causes for those features and scars and stick it all into your notebook. Write scars, which scars are slow force scars like plate tectonics, and which are fast forcers. Anything that takes less than 10,000 years is medium to fast in geological scales. So I'm definitely seeing this being kind of an important exercise. I jotted down a few because just to kind of get things going, but I can foresee myself really adding more to it. But at the same time, I don't want to get swamped with too many. So in that case, I'm going to go over some of the big land features that just kind of came to my mind. And so one is a great divide, or like a giant canyon, extremely deep canyon that was carved out by what I'm calling elder dragons in this world. That was carved out by an elder dragon, either by dragging its tail or burrowing through or something. So it's a concept I'm taking from the Monster Hunter World video game, is like these great titanic, almost divine creatures called elder dragons. Whether there's some intelligence behind them, we can explore that later. But another aspect I have in mind with them is that they inhabit kind of or are attributed to certain elements. So, you know, earth, wind, fire, and water. Now, I don't think they're going to be made out of those elements. I think they'll just be like elements attributed to them. Perhaps that's their favorite habitat or something, or that's something that they've seen have to be able to manipulate or something. So we've got like this great divide, this huge canyon. I've got a split mountain. So something that I'm going to take from another video game that I'm playing with and that I can foresee working in and kind of helping me keep a number of these key locations under control is Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. And one of the really interesting landmarks I saw is this is the Dueling Peaks. It's basically a mountain range that's something's cut right between the middle of it. So I think I might be able to port that into this world where it's one of these elder dragon, instead of going around the mountain or something, it just went right through it and has just left this trough, so to say, to go between this mountain. To kind of interact and maybe add some water elements, I have like what I've called an impact bay. Basically, it's almost a perfect circle or a semicircle of water that could be attributed to one of these elder dragons, either, you know, swiping or physically taking a bite out of the land, or just, you know, impacted. But at the same time, this could just be legend. It just could be how people are describing these land elements. Another one would be what I'm calling footprint lakes or tear lakes, and it's basically water droplets coming off of these elder dragons to create these almost perfect circle lakes in a particular chain in an area. Or it could just be a wetland area where a lot of these really big pools of water, and again, that's what the natives are and people have used to describe these. And then another one would be pillar rocks. So like thinking in terms of Arizona, where you have these like chimney rocks or big mesas, I want to take that element and take it out of the desert and put it in like a sweeping plain, a grass plain, and you just have these monolithic pillars of rocks that do not seem to fit in with the surrounding geology. So again, these could be like scales from one of these elder dragons. So those are some of the ones I came up with. Again, I don't want to go too deep and have, like, you know, come up with a list of 100 plus locations right now. Again, that'll be as I develop it. So those are kind of the cataclysmic or geological landmarks and events that I'm thinking of. The next thing we're talking about are heroes, and who are some of the most renowned heroes in the world. So yesterday we had the villain. Today we're talking about some of the notable heroes. Again, I haven't given them a name yet. I've just kind of come up with the concept of them, and later on, as I develop things more, I will move and start to try and give these characters names and so forth. So first one is the expedition leader. Again, pulling from Monster Hunter World, I see this expedition leader as a very charismatic and decisive leader. He was probably one of the first people to come across or come into this new world, this new continent, to explore and everything. He's a former hunter, so a lot of people go to him for counsel, and a lot of people kind of wish he was the actual formal leader. So I can already see kind of making some drama between him and the villain that we came up with yesterday. Another notable hero I've come up with is the veteran hunter, which I'm not sure if I'm going to make them the son or daughter of the expedition leader. I may change it up and it's just another person. But similarly, it's like they're a veteran, their skills are renowned, they have been on the most expeditions and journeys into the wild outside of the few settlements that I will come up with. Maybe they've had a hand in setting up these other settlements outside the main colony, but it's kind of like the main folk heroes. What I'm thinking is like their skills renowned. They have a lot of things attributed to them. Whether it's true or not is up to debate. I don't want this character to overshadow the player characters. So I would see like the player characters eventually getting in, being on the same tier, or eventually surpassing the veteran hunter. So those are our exercises for today. Now I know I said that I plan to move to a virtual notebook, and I'm debating whether OneNote or Notion. For now, I'm going to continue in the pen and paper one because the virtual notebooks I see as a tool for more and better refinement. So once I get an actual name for some of these geological landmarks, I'll put it in the virtual notebook. Once I get a name for the heroes and the villain, that'll go into the virtual notebook. And I may wait and do the virtual notebook after the 30-day challenge as a way to start really refining and polishing these ideas, maybe as a way to kind of get a polished product, so to say. But otherwise, I would like to hear from y'all. What do you think? What are some suggestions or ideas that you have? In the meantime, be sure to like and subscribe. Leave questions or comments in the comments down below. Hopefully there's some other videos that may interest you. I do painting tutorials. I have some other vlogs, as well as just the previous videos within the 30-day challenge. But be sure to hit the bell notification so you can see when I post the next video. And I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see y'all next time.